So, Boyd, I don't know about your story. I know that we met very briefly at camp. But tell me a little bit about your story and what were you doing before Land when professional?
Well, before Land WAN Professional, I was a professional European car mechanic. Um, I had over the last year or so, with the economy and stuff changing and things slowing down, the business started to slow down, and I wasn't seeing the kind of income that I was hoping to see, and decided to look into other options. Um, I had a previous IT background with a skill set that was dated. The skill set was probably 8 to 10 years old, and so it kind of put me out of the market in the IT world. So I decided to do a little research and decide, A, what kind of things that I wanted to do in IT, and then B, how to go about getting myself the marketable skill set that I needed to, get a really good position in a quality company in the IT field.
Can you tell me a little bit? I know that you touched base on it, but tell me what specifically it was that had you start looking into Land when professional, or what really attracted you to the program to the point where you applied.
I became attracted to the Land WAN professional program when I started researching careers in the IT industry and decided that networking was the way to go. With so many different devices and ways to connect to the internet, it seemed logical that that's a niche of the market that's never going to go away and is only going to continue to grow. I did some preliminary research on how to become certified, and that led me to Cisco certifications, which in turn led me to LAN WAN Professional. I did some preliminary reading on their website and actually reached out to LAN WAN Professional to um, get some information and some insight into how their programs work and what kind of training they provide. And I was really impressed with the depth of information they provided me, and the quality of the training program. So I applied to LAN WAN Professional.
Wonderful, great. Tell me a little bit. Did you look anywhere else when you were looking into training? Did you look into other options, or was Landwind Professional the only option that you looked into? And if you did look into other options, what were some of those options?
Well, a preliminary search reveals, that there are a lot of boot camp or certification farm style programs out there. What I found in my research and in initial, discussions with these different companies, is that a lot of them are get you what they call paper certified. In other words, sure, they can give you, answers to the test that you can memorize, and then you can pass, a test. But you don't have any real world hands-on experience, configuring a router, setting up network environments, and installation and configuration. All they provide is, basically a piece of paper that says you passed the test. With LAN WAN Professional, the level of hands-on training and just really, really focused, in-depth, um, the way the program is set up, it just seemed like a better solution. It creates a more balanced candidate, I think.
Great, wonderful. In what ways did your training or the programs at Landwind Professional that you participated in exceed your expectation?
The programs at LAN WAN Professional certainly exceeded my expectations, and they did that in a number of different ways. Part of the program involves job placement and like interview training and things of that nature. And I expected, maybe, these are the kind of things you're going to want to say. There were full days devoted to, ways to search for work, ways to make yourself more marketable. So there was a number, in addition to the level of technical training, there's a number of skills that they provide you that help you to secure that job.
Wonderful, great. And in your opinion, what was the most beneficial way Landwind Professional had helped you become placed in your current position?
I had kind of a unique situation, and with having some IT background and having a really large gap in that IT experience, that kind of made me a little bit vulnerable in the market because I was behind the learning curve, so to speak. The staff at Landland Professional, including Mr. Choi, had come up with a program and some techniques for me to use to learn the skills and to learn how to interview with potential employers and address the issues of the gap in the IT experience and associate it to professional skills and things that actually do apply. That even though I was performing those duties in not in an IT environment, they still applied, and I had to learn how to relate those to a career in the IT field.
Wonderful. So, congratulations on your new position, first and foremost. I'm really excited for you. Can you tell me a little bit more about your new position? What do you think it's going to look like? What company is it with? Tell me a little bit more about your new life that you have now.
Sure. The company that I've just secured a position with is called European Technologies. They are a Paris, France-based company that has been in business since 1999. They are one of the 50 fastest growing companies in France, and they're just establishing a footprint here in the U.S. with their wide area network products. The product that they're marketing here is actually a WAN acceleration product that prioritizes the company's prioritizes their internet. A project or a company-specific application that maybe runs over the internet, needs bandwidth priority over internet or email or YouTube or something like that. So it classifies those data packets and gives those mission-critical applications priority. My role and my responsibilities within the company is as a team leader of the operations and support department of U.S. Cloud Services. The short story of what that means is I'm responsible for the creation, design, and build out of the department that is going to support this WAN optimization product as it rolls out to small and medium businesses in the U.S.
Wow. So, did you ever imagine that this would be the kind of position that you'd secure after LAMWEN?
Actually, no. And the story behind how this happened is really kind of interesting. It's kind of a testament to the quality of training that I also received from LAMWEN Professional. At the end of my second camp, which was at the end of July on the 24th, I had an interview scheduled with Ipanema Technologies on the 26th. I spent an hour and a half in an interview with the chief technology officer, and then 2 weeks later, they called me and wanted me to interview with the vice president of the company, and then they made a job offer. So it was essentially the first interview out of camp.
Wow, that's amazing. That is really amazing. I'm so excited for you. Um, can you tell me a little bit, I mean, both for you and your classmates, maybe what were some of the stumbling blocks? I mean, obviously, like you said, you got this right out of camp, but what were some of the stumbling blocks that were present to becoming hired, and how did you overcome those obstacles?
There were in fact stumbling blocks and issues that had to be overcome, and a lot of them were more on the side of my experience and my interviewing experience, and realizing what kind of questions the employer is asking you and what that question actually means. And there were some valuable skills in the interviewing portions of the LAMWAN professional training, that actually teach you what that employer is actually asking you and what kind of information they're actually looking for in an answer.
Great, wonderful. Can you tell me, since you've completed your training and now you've been placed and you're starting this new exciting job, what are your thoughts on just the overall success that you've had, maybe both professionally and personally?
I think that the success that is, so far happening, is a testament both to, hard work and focus, and a, really well-designed focused training program that, I got from LAMWAN Professional. The potential now for me is unlimited.